Haya ni mambo yako.
Kwa hivyo unamuunga mkono basi.
Go and ask your grandfather.
As a national leader, you are bound to find yourself entangled in public conflicts.
Hii kulete mambo hii kwa mkutano mimi sitaki.
Some of which can be quite embarrassing.
My friends, you have to stop this shit. You have to stop this nonsense.
These skirmishes can elicit a range of emotions, from amusement to shock to agitation.
Odinga, you cannot. Enough is enough. You cannot continue to blackmail the country.
In this episode, we dive into President William Ruto's most notable moments of anger.
Hello, my name is Chief Okuzo from Plug TV.
Number 1. Threatening Alfred Mutua. Prior to assuming the presidency, Ruto had amassed a few adversaries throughout his career. Among them was former Machakos Governor Alfred Mutua. 4 years ago, Alfred Mutua publicly lamented Ruto's alleged threats on his life, conveyed both through Ruto's associates and direct verbal warnings from Ruto himself.
How have I been attacking you? Murkomen, we wacha zako. We have to teach you a lesson. Me, what have I done? When did I take either of you? Duale, when you attack our team, you attack us. Me, team, Murkomen, you've been attacking the DP. Duale, ukiguza DP, unaguza sisi. For me, I don't get you. Honorable Duale, you and I get along very well. Murkomen, huyu niachie, I will fix him. Then Murkomen walked away to speak to someone else. Then me to Duale, ndugu yangu, you should not be threatening me. We ni jirani. You remember the time you said in parliament that terrorists should not only attack Isili or Garissa, but should also attack Machakos? I defended you and said that you used it just as an example and you could have mentioned any city in Kenya. Duale, utafanya nini? Wewe unajua there are 50,000 Kambas in Garissa and I can deal with them. I greeted His Excellency Dr. Ruto and I extended my hand. Me, hello Your Excellency. Ruto, holding on to my hand. We jamaa umekuwa ukinichapa sana. Me, Your Excellency. Ruto, still holding on to my hand tightly. Wewe lazima sasa nikugonge. Nitakugonga. Me, Your Excellency. Sir, maybe we can speak about... I started. Ruto pushing me aside. We ngoja utaona. Duale pointing at my chest, si tulikuambia. Then they walked away. I was petrified not only by the life-threatening words uttered by Dr. William Ruto, but by the intensity of his eyes and angry tone of voice.
Despite Mutua's concerns prompting a police report, Ruto appeared this...
Karibu ikue kama ile ya Mutua. Asa, unajua ule jamaa mwingine mulisikia alilalamika juzi. Ati nilimsalimia. Ati nilimfanya nini? Sasa kama angesalimiana na huyu jamaa amemsukuma bote hapa. Ati nilimsalimia tu nikamwangalia. Ati akaenda kunistaki kwa polisi. Sijui kama tunaelewana. Ati nimemsalimia tu hivi. Ati huyu mtu ameenda akakimbia kunistaki kwa polisi. Kama angesalimiana na ule mtu amekuwa akikoroka boat hapa, si angekimbia Hague.
Surprisingly, fast forward 4 years later, and Mutua finds himself serving within Ruto's administration as the Minister for Foreign and Diaspora Affairs. One can't help but wonder, did Mutua yield to the pressure of those threats, feeling compelled to align with Ruto out of fear of repercussions? Only time will tell. Number 2. When Ruto admonished his cabinet secretaries for underperformance within his administration. Following Ruto's assumption of power, he entrusted his government to a select few who, unfortunately, misjudged their roles as mere internet celebrities and global travelers at the expense of taxpayers' money. These cabinet secretaries became jet-setters, prompting the president to restrict their international travel and mandate that all foreign trips by state officials receive his personal approval. However, some officials became so accustomed to these trips that their dedication to their duties waned, leading to public reprimand from the president for tardiness and underperformance during a government meeting at the State House.
We have a job because we have a contract. If you cannot keep time with your employer, you have basically dismissed yourself. I mean, it's just as simple as that. So, for those who came late, who are members of the executive, I will be expecting a written explanation, and it should not include matters of traffic.
Number 3. When MPs from Ruto's camp faced heckling in his presence.
Rais wetu wa Jamhuri wa Kenya, our Deputy President.
Now, President Ruto himself is intimately familiar with this reality, having weathered numerous confrontations since taking office, many of which left him visibly shaken in public. The most recent incident occurred when a crowd heckled Bomet Governor Barchok in front of Ruto himself, leaving the president deeply unsettled. In response, Ruto issued a stern warning to residents, cautioning them against disrupting his meetings with such behaviors.
Rais, sio siku yangu tu. Yes.
Ogaso, mimi nataka niwaambie hivi. Mambo hii, kulete mambo hii kwa mkutano mimi sitaki. Ogase biju? Ogaso. Okwe picho kwe viongozi hiju. Nyinyi ndio mnapanga MCA, ni kweli ama si kweli? Nyinyi ndio mnapanga mjumbe, ni kweli ama si kweli? Nyinyi ndio mnapanga senator, ni kweli ama si kweli? Hata huyu governor si mnapanga? Nyinyi, mimi nataka niwaambie, nyinyi mtulize maneno. Mkuwe ni watu wa kusoma barua ikiwa ndani ya bahasha. Kama kuna mtu hajafanya kazi, mngojee siku ya uchaguzi, mtamalizana na yeye. Lakini kwa sasa tuko na mkutano, gavana ongea.
The Bomet incident was just one instance in a series of challenges the president faced from Kenyans following his elections. Dissatisfaction with the government often found expression through heckling at presidential gatherings. The repeated embarrassment of these disruptions began to wear on President Ruto, prompting him to take actions. He instructed Kenya's Interior CS Kithure Kindiki to crack down on hecklers, even though such a move was legally dubious under the Kenyan Constitution, which permits heckling.
Directives on the Trans Nzoia County Security Committee to be firm, ruthless, and merciless on all people who sponsor, finance, encourage, support, aid, and abet goons and political thugs who go to disrupt meetings organized by people of a different viewpoint. And it doesn't matter whether the organizers and sponsors are pro or anti-government. We will crush them equally, and nobody is above the law.
Despite its questionable legality, Ruto's warning had the desired effect, as Kenyans ceased heckling at his meetings. It was a clear indication of the president's determination to maintain order and control over his public engagements, even if it meant skirting constitutional boundaries. Number 4. When President Ruto clashed with judges.
We will deal with them firmly and decisively.
President Ruto's administration faced significant challenges when judges opposed his initiatives. Several projects undertaken by the administration encountered obstacles, with some requiring the introduction of new taxes for their success. However, some projects were deemed illegal by the courts, since it meant that the government was taking taxes illegally from Kenyans, leading to a contentious relationship between Ruto and the judges who opposed these projects. Now, Ruto's frustration with these judges escalated to the point where he issued a statement interpreted by the Law Society of Kenya as a veiled threat. Now, Ruto declared that those who oppose his projects through cartels had three choices: leave the country, face imprisonment, or meet their end.
Na nimeambia mambo ni mangapi? Matatu. Wakitaka kuniletea kisirani, either wahame Kenya, ama nitawaweka jela, ama wasafiri waende mbinguni.
The Law Society of Kenya interpreted Ruto's mention of heaven as euphemism for violence, sparking widespread concern. In response, lawyers organized street protests against Ruto's perceived threats to the judiciary. Number 5. When he cast live on TV. Now, President Ruto's televised interview with journalists drew criticism after he used profanity. While discussing the government's borrowing practices and development challenges, Ruto cited the historical influence of cartels on various administrations. He described the pressure he faced as president, citing opposition from these cartels. In a moment of frustrations, Ruto lost composure and used profanity live on television.
200 shillings, Bwana Wafula. How much money? Surely. We have so many people. And that is how we do not have a pool of resources in Kenya that we can use to drive our own development. That's why we go borrowing left, right, and center. So we went to court, right? They went to court. I mean, we passed the law 2014. They went to court. They stole the thing 9 years, imagine. Taking us from one courtroom to another. Then I called them and I told them, look at me in the eye, my friends. You have to stop this shit. You have to stop this nonsense. Yeah? It cannot continue like this, right?
And I'm telling you, being a president is not an easy thing. It's not a walk in the park. Ewe niko na swali. Ukipewa fursa tu ukue president, what would you do that will leave Kenyans remembering you? Ungekuwa Ruto tu sahi, ni nini ungebadilisha hapa Kenya ambayo itawacha Wakenya wengi akikuwaza tu and always thinking about you? Leave your thoughts in our comment section. That is it for now. Thanks for watching. Let's meet next time. Goodbye.